from Akron. I've been here since I was like 7, on the east side.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Why the move? Akron to Atlanta, 7 years old.
Shit. It's a lot going on in Akron. A lot of H selling, a lot of dog food, a lot of that going on, a lot of drugs. And then it's small. You know, my mom, she ain't really, she had me at 20. You know, she just didn't want me growing up there in that environment. You know, she wanted something bigger, better.
Do you still have family out there?
Yeah, all my family there.
Do you travel back and forth?
Here and there.
How often?
Shit, I ain't been in a couple years. After the last time, because you know, when I moved there, I was a kid, so I always had this want to go back, like to just, you know, just be there, because of course my family there. But as I've been older, as in my adult years, I done went back a few times, and it really wasn't what was up. You know, I love the city, but you know, it ain't much to do with the nightlife. It ain't like Atlanta. You know, I done been here a long time, so you know, the culture is just different.
Growing up, you kind of painted the picture there of Akron. What was the picture like growing up in Atlanta for you?
It's just bigger. It's a lot more going on. It's a lot more money to get. It's like there. It's like you see a nigga riding a Bentley. It's like you automatically assume he's selling drugs. Like it's like down here. I just seen a nigga with a Lambo outside. Like and that ain't nothing crazy. Like.
Could be a football player, could be a
rapper.
Could
be anybody, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It could be anybody.
Doctor, lawyer.
Up there, it ain't, you know, you see somebody like that, you automatically assume, you know, and the police know that too, so it's like it's just too hot, too small, everybody know everybody, so.
Now, was it a certain part of Akron you represented and a certain part you were raised in Atlanta?
Yeah, in Ohio, yeah, I stayed on the west side, the hilltop. And here I stay on the east side. Stonemont, Latonia, you know.
Financially, what was it like growing up for you?
It was all right, you know. Mama did the most she could, single mother. It was all right, you know. It was what it was, you know.
Middle class, lower middle class, poor?
I mean, we weren't poor, but like we were just making ends meet. We was, you know, getting it how we get it.
Now, making ends meet. There could be a bottom point living like that. There could be a high point living like that. What was the bottom point for you?
Shit. The worst I done seen, probably lights off. You know, shit, utilities off, that's probably the worst. I ain't gonna, like, mama done always kept a roof over our head, regardless. Like, you know, for a little time when I was a little younger, when we first moved down here, I stayed in the shelter. We stayed in the shelter for a little minute, for a women's defense shelter. We had to, because originally we moved down here with my auntie. My auntie was on some bullshit. She was, you know, on some other shit with my mama. My mama wasn't going for it. We stayed with her for like a week, and my mama just like, fuck it, like, we just gonna, you know, thug, we gonna get it how we live. So we went to a woman defense shelter. I remember she was like, you gotta go in here and act like I've been, you know, like my old boyfriend used to beat on me. Like, you gotta make it, you know, this is a women's defense shelter. Like, so I'm like, all right. So I was putting on the act, you know, crying, whatever. We stayed there for like a month, maybe a month and a half, till we got back on our feet, got us a little apartment, and we were straight from there.
Finesse the shelter.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that like living in that shelter for a month? Do you remember much of that?
Yeah, I hated it. Cause I was just coming from Ohio. I was 7, like that's all I knew was Ohio. Then it's like, you done brought me to this big state. And first we done already had tried to move to Florida, and that didn't work out. We was there for a little second, went back to Ohio. Then finally she came up with the idea, like, you know, let's go to Atlanta, move down here. So, you know, already it's not working with my auntie, so we get to this shelter and it's like, I wanna go home. But she like, shit, you know, she like, nah, I ain't no going home. We finna thug, we finna find a way, so. But I ain't like it, man. It was out in Gwinnett. I can't remember the area exactly, like, but I remember remember the kids was racist as hell, man. They got me suspended a few times.
In school?
Yeah. I remember I had brought a cap gun to school. I was on some bullshit. A little white boy made me mad. On some bullshit. He done told on me. I remember I brought a cigarette on the bus one time. I done had found it on the street. Like I'm just playing with the filter of the cigarette. Then brought it on the bus. Little white boy told on me. Got me suspended. It's like they ain't like me. I don't know what it was.
With that shelter situation, what is that, like all of you guys in one room?
Nah, that sounded like more of a mission, like something like that. It was more like it was a house. It just had like a whole bunch of rooms, and like it just depends on how many kids you had. They had bunk beds in the room. Sometimes you might have a roommate. Sometimes you might not. We stayed with this one lady. She used to scream in her dreams at night because she used to fear her husband was beating on her. So they ended up moving her out of our room and moving her into the basement. We ended up getting a room by ourselves. So it worked out.
Now, financially growing up how you did you ever have to resort to street activity?
I mean, not because of financial situations, for my own. Like, because for my own wants, and it's like, I mean, shit, that's around. So it's like, who don't indulge in street activity?
Not everybody indulges in street activity. Some kids get a job.
Yeah, but shit, we all can have a job and still be indulging. It just depends on what you define as indulging in street activity. Like, it could be selling drugs. Your cleanest white boy can be selling drugs out. I done seen niggas selling drugs at the American Deli out the janitor selling out the closet. It's like, anybody can do anything.
What type of street activity did you get into?
I mean, your regular selling weed, running off on niggas. All the shit there is to do in Atlanta.
Sounds dangerous.
It can be.
It can be. Let me ask you this. Before you indulged in that, were you the type of kid that was maybe selling candy or something like that before it even got to drugs?
Nah, I've tried selling candy a couple times, but that shit don't never last too long. The principal is staff be hating on you, taking your whole bag, confiscate your shit. It's like.
Do you think stuff like that is a gateway to maybe hustling drugs and that sort of thing later in life, or no?
I mean, shit. If you're trying to get some money, yeah, it could be. If somebody just got that, that hustle for getting some money, yeah, I guess.
Back then when you did it, you said you did it for your own reasons, and not really financially like your family was going through a type of thing. Was it influence for you? Was it peer pressure? Was it greed? Was it curiosity?
Nah, man, honestly, Smallz, I've been dealing with weed for a long time. Like, ever since I've been living here. Like, I used to have people around me who, was selling weed in my apartment when I was staying in Highland Forest on the east side, on Central Drive. All my folks who know about, the Stonemont area, they know Central Drive, it goes down. But yeah, we had just moved over there, and I had a few people around me who used to sell weed or whatnot, who used to stay in the house. I used to pinch off their sacks, like, used to take their little baggies and go trade them for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Shit like that, like, just at 9. Like, just little shit like that, and then just as I got older, just trying to, just trying to get some money. Might need some clothes, nigga want some shoes, Mama ain't gonna buy you everything. She gonna take care of, what you got, like, what you need for the most part, but all the other shit, you want the games, you want the shoes, you want to be, you want to do all the other shit everybody else got. You want to be up to date too.
Did you try the job route?
Yeah, I done had quite a few jobs, just off of strength of mama.
Now, you still indulge in street activity regardless, and like we previously mentioned, it can be dangerous. There can be consequences with that sort of thing. There can be certain stresses with that sort of thing, that looking over your shoulder feeling.
Yeah.
Could be violence. Could be some sort of imprisonment maybe, jail, prison time.
Yeah.
Worst case, death. Did you know about this stuff going into it or no?
Yeah, we all know, but you ain't thinking of that. Like, you thinking like that only gonna put you there. Like, whenever I'm doing anything, I got a mindset, oh shit, I'm finna come up, it's finna, shit finna go smooth. I ain't going into nothing not thinking anyway. Well, nah, I ain't, but you had to learn and grow over time with that. But
over time, looking back, did you have any regrets doing those sorts of things?
Hell no, not one.
Not one regret.
Mm-mm.
Was it worth it? Was the risk worth the reward, or what you got out of
it? Sometimes it ain't worth it. Sometimes nigga be goddamn. See, that's my problem too. I be goddamn. I start getting low on money. I get in my head too much. I get to doing too much in that type, in that aspect. Yeah, like I might regret it. The risk ain't worth it.
You were pinching sacks at 9 years old. Did you hide this sort of thing from your parents?
Hell yeah. Couldn't let no mama always moving like that.
She eventually found out?
Nah.
She
never,
didn't?
Never. I remember one time I had came in the house. I forgot, she was asking me for something, and I had it in my pocket. I'm like, yeah, I'm reaching in my pocket. I done pulled it out and put it on the table. Like, I'm talking about the whole sack that's on the table. I'm like, oh shit, she wasn't even paying attention. I done hurried up and picked it back up, put it in my pocket. I was tripping. But nah, she ain't never catch me then. She done caught me before, but not then.
When she did catch you, what was her reaction?
Well, shit, by the time she did catch me, it was overload. It was real bad. She caught me with the bags. Had the bags under my bed. It was real ugly.
Was she shocked? Was she surprised?
Hell yeah. She was mad as hell too. She caught me going the hell off.
She had no idea you were doing this stuff?
I mean, shit, she would ask me where I was getting money from, but not about it.
You were in school, 1 foot in, 1 foot out doing this hustle.
Yeah.
Let's say somebody's watching this right now, maybe another kid, maybe similar age as you when you were doing this.
Mm-hmm.
1 foot in school, 1 foot in street activity.
Yeah.
Circumstances could be different for everybody. But is there any general advice you have for a kid watching this right now, maybe going through these motions? 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Man, I tell young niggas, man, shit. It ain't worth it, man. Well, I ain't even gonna say it ain't worth it. Cause it's like, you don't never know nobody's situation. It's like, man, shit, find you a hustle. Be smart with it. Illegal or illegal, be smart with it. Make sure you moving the right way. You always, don't ever think you overthinking. You can never overthink too much. You can never be too cautious. And just, get the bag, man, by any means, but, watch yourself.
Did you graduate high school?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I know doing these types of interviews and talking about this subject matter, sometimes kids that are 1 foot in school, 1 foot in street activity, they'll eventually let go of school. Maybe they won't graduate high school.
Yeah, I wasn't that deep to where I would just throw it off like, man, shit, I'm making too much money, I don't need a diploma. I ain't one of them niggas. Them niggas be unrealistic. It's like, you still need a diploma at the end of the day. You ain't got a diploma, no type of education. Niggas ain't gonna take you serious. And it's like, and shit, mama wasn't going for that anyway. If anything, she like, shit, finish school. Even though I understand, like, when you get to like 11th, 12th grade, you don't be wanting to be there all day. It's like your mind on other shit. You trying to get money, I understand all that, but you need that diploma. Cause at the end of the day, you ain't gonna get nowhere without that diploma.
Now, we talked about the bottom point of you growing up and dealing with the financial environment you were in.
Mm-hmm.
What was the high point, though, for you? If that was one end of the spectrum, what was the other end for you?
Shit, I mean, right now, life is great. This the high end of the spectrum. Shit, right now, I'm living in it.
Explain. What's so great?
I mean, shit, I got a lot of things going. Just far as my music, like, I was in a group before. Like, that shit slowed me down a lot. Like, coming out of high school, I was doing a lot. Like, I was, had my own mixtapes going. When you're in school, you got that, you got your classmates behind you. You got that that fan base, like automatic fan base. It's like I had all that, you know, doing my own thing, but I had took some time and then end up joining a group, you know, just because of the love of music. Like I've been doing music forever, so it's like I was loving the music I was making with these particular people I was working with. And you know, as time went on, like it just like shit wasn't moving. Like we was moving to a height. Like I had a song with Future and all kind of stuff, you know, was on tour doing it, you know, doing it all. Like, and you know, but you know, you start getting niggas in groups, you got all these egos, everybody wanna be the big person, it's a competition. I don't know what it is. It's like it's a thing with motherfuckers be wanna, you know, have competition with their friends and folks around you, and you know, shit just didn't work out. So now, you know, I'm doing my music by myself. I'm, you know, by my lonely. Everything's going great. Goddamn, my financial status is great. So it's like I'm just putting all my money to that.
What was the group name?
I don't want to speak on it.
Okay.
It's not important.
Okay. Are you still close with any of those members from the group or no? Bad terms.
I ain't gonna say it's bad terms. I don't fuck with niggas. Yeah.
Did you leave the group, or did the group kind of break up at the same time type of thing?
I say,
Or maybe somebody broke it.
they let themselves go. Cause like I say, it's like niggas be envying, it be a lot of competition going on, and it's like, you know, a lot of down talking on your partners. Like, you know, I ain't with none of that shit. Like, I'm from Ohio. I know that niggas don't know about Ohio, but like up north niggas, like I love up north people, cause like it's supposed to be like a southern hospitality down here, but it's like everybody walking with their nose up here, like, but in Ohio or up north, I ain't even gonna just say Ohio, up north, cause you meet a lot of up north motherfuckers down here who be like solid as motherfuckers, just cool off the rip. Like it's like you ain't questioning them off the rip, like how you questioning the nigga down here, like you questioning niggas' motives when they trying to get close to you and shit like that. So it's like, I forgot what the hell I was talking about.
You were talking about that you liked it up north. You liked it, maybe it wasn't so, you were comparing up north and down south.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before that though.
You were talking about why the group didn't work.
Yeah, I was.
And how competition, jealous, envy, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but basically, it don't matter. It's just, you know.
It sounded like you were alluding to maybe up north people wouldn't kind of act like the people down south did.
Yeah, basically. Oh yeah, that's what I was at. I was saying like, you know, with all of that, they excluded themselves, you know, just with all that jealousy and envy. Yeah. And you know, that's basically what happened. It's like shit. I just, you know, separated myself from that. It's like shit. Niggas don't want to be a part. Niggas want to talk down, want to do all that. It's cool. I'm gonna just separate myself and keep it moving. No pressure at all.